I don't see it.
It's recording.
Fuck it, bro. Let's do it live.
Doing it live.
What's up? What's up, fuckers?
What is
We'll
up,
start
my
the show.
people?
We're supposed to
What's
keep it clean.
up?
Yeah,
that's
remember we're going to
true.
work on that. Remember how we said we were going to stop saying bad words?
Yeah, or we were going to get a warning label in the front of the show. This is supposed to be a PG-13 show. Doesn't that mean we got like 13 swear words we can use, PG-13 or something like that?
We're also going to say, do not follow the recommendations or opinions of anything.
Yes, exactly, 100%.
Especially the one where the guy talks about putting his dick in a meat grinder. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
No.
Don't.
But
do
wait,
that.
but we can't say dick. We have to say
Pecker.
pecker. There you go.
Yeah, or swimsuit parts. That's what I like to call them.
I like swimsuit parts. Yeah.
It's really PC.
And that's also gender neutral. See, it's PC and gender neutral.
The last time we started a show like this, Ty put a comment and he's like, hey, remind me not to ever listen to the Overtime show on speaker in an airport.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's
a good point.
That was hilarious.
As soon as we go live, he's like, he's fumbling around trying to hit the mute button. Real quick, while we capture the lightning, let's say hi to all these fine fucking people out here who are watching us tonight. Willie Speed, he's here. Pat Finley.
I met Will Speed the other day.
Commercial Kitchen Chronicles. Yeah, you met Pat Finley too. I saw that. We got SAR 383. I don't know who the hell you are, but hey, welcome to the show. Dustin Cole. What up, man? You got a nice hat, dude. I like looking at pictures of Dustin Cole. Is that weird? Like, I really do. Like, if he send me selfies, I would save them. Like,
wow.
I don't know why, but I would.
I totally.
Steve Stone, Herman Lloyd. What's up, Herman? Nasty. We got Jesus Fish. We got Rick. More people need to recognize Rick. HVACR Survival.
Yeah, I was too busy for
influencer on
Dustin
my
Cole,
list.
dude. He was all around the show, and I never got to meet him.
What a dick.
Who?
Oh, we need to have Dustin on. Guys, Dustin has to come on and tell his story.
Dustin,
guys, for real.
Can I send Dustin a link?
Go ahead.
Dustin, you have to come on and tell the airport story, dude.
You don't have to stay for the whole show.
That was hilarious.
And don't forget Randy and his little buddy Luke watching somewhere with his balls out. And real quick, we got to pay the bills around here, so we got to recognize one of our sponsors. So tonight's show is brought to you by TEC and the DG 1000 blower door. Remember, if you don't blow it, someone else will.
What the hell are you talking about?
they aren't our sponsor.
Wait, what?
We should get some.
Oh, wait, no, you guys weren't in that meeting. It was just me and Steve and Chris. Sorry, you guys aren't cool enough.
What the hell are you saying?
And their blower door is not called the DG 1000.
We didn't even talk about a DG 1000 once.
Hey, this is how you get sponsors. First, you make up some random bullshit, and they're like, you know what? That dude's onto something. And then they're like, let's throw money at him.
Yeah.
So pretty soon, TEC is going to be like, we want to pay you guys to just talk about us.
Hopefully, right?
That's what happened with refrigeration technology. Only they never wanted to pay.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Well, there you go, Christopher. There's your introduction, Christopher Hughes.
I mean, I assume, like, you don't get 9, 10, 11 minutes of commercials before every podcast without doing some crazy shit, right? Right, Gary McCready, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Someone mute this dumbass.
I'm just playing with you, you crazy Canadian.
I'm not affiliated with this guy down here.
Yeah,
it's funny.
Oh my gosh, guys.
Hey, Don Gillis.
What's up, guys?
Hey, Don. Good to see you.
You know what? I shared in Don Gillis's group tonight, the thumbnail. I'm like, hey, you know what? I haven't heard from Don Gillis in a while.
Don Gillis? I didn't know Don Gillis had a group. What group?
Yeah, it's HVACR Facts.
Oh.
I think that's the name of it. I could be off a little bit.
Yeah.
Shit, I didn't even know that.
Anyone that's in here
at the AHR Expo, and I didn't get to meet him either, or see him again. But
thanks, Hamilton.
Anyone that's in here because Bill posts to some random wild groups.
Oh my gosh, Bill, like moms that need partners group and like these weird ass freaking groups. Bill's in there posting about the Overtime show. So
yeah, kittens and crochet lovers, they got it all out.
Nice.
Bill, he like he'll literally go post the Overtime show in like the Bill Spone group. Like what the
the guys.
You're welcome, Bill Spone. I know Bill Spone's looking at that and he's like, thanks. He's like, thanks, Bill.
Oh,
No,
man.
he's looking at it like I should have never gone on their stupid show. This is ridiculous.
Yep. Oh man.
Hey,
So
Cyber.
what's up, guys? It's been like 2 weeks since we've looked at each other.
I feel like I
miss
haven't
you
slept
guys.
for 2 weeks, man.
No.
Yeah, I know, Chris. You've been just flying all over the place, it seems.
Yeah, AHR was a bit crazy,
Yeah.
overwhelming, but I felt kind of guilty, but then I also needed it. I flew in 2 days before HR and I just kind of hung out by myself.
Nice. Yeah,
So the
good.
first
Oh,
day I was
see,
by
that's-
myself. The second day I got to meet Pat Finley, and then I think that's when Rick flew in, maybe. Or maybe Rick flew in on Sunday. Yeah, I don't know, whatever. But yeah, I
That's
had like
why
a day
it
and a
seemed
half
like you
by
were gone
myself.
for like 2 weeks, and I was like, I can't remember AHR being this long.
Yeah, no. AHR was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but I was there Friday through Sunday. So
Yeah. I mean, for what you had going on, you probably needed
Yeah.
a mental break.
I just needed a
beforehand.
day. Well, when I got there, honestly, was my day to realize that I could walk the entire town. So, it's stupid me, right? So I'm riding the Uber into Atlanta, and I flew into Atlanta and then went somewhere for heat crap, but I wasn't in the city proper. So when I was in the city, the Uber driver took me in, and I was like, man, this doesn't look like a very safe place. But so what did I do? I woke up Saturday morning and I said, well, let's go see. And I fucking walked a 3-mile radius, zigzagging through all the streets all by myself, like, whatever. But no, it's actually a pretty cool place when you walk it. For some reason, where he took me just wasn't good. But I got to be honest, Atlanta's so big, and where they have all the hotels, I honestly think that they like sweep the people out, like sweep the trouble out of the hotel area. And then, so I feel like what I was walking actually wasn't that bad. And I bet you if I would have gone a couple more miles, it would have gotten really bad.
Oh.
But
The Chipmunk saying someone asked Chris if he got zapped messing with 208 volt 3-phase.
In the pissing.
No, I mean, I would only have ever gotten hit by 120 volt leg because I wouldn't have been. Yeah, no, I don't think.
See, John Harrell says a lot of coke in ATL. Can you confirm that, Chris?
I could not confirm
Chris
or
come
deny.
way back when he started.
Way back.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of less of this, in the shows.
Now that you did that, he's gonna start itching.
Yep. No,
It's a
I trimmed my
subconscious or
nose hairs.
something.
The reason why I get coke nose is because it's when my nose hairs touch my mustache hairs and they tickle. So,
You should braid them
maybe
Together.
Yeah, it'd be like a French braid.
Mhm.
Then I go to brush it and be like, ah.
Ouch.
You know,
Hey, go ahead.
so not only did Chris go to the AHR event, which I'm sure was just wild. You did, I don't know how many live streams did you do while you were there? How many podcast things? I seen you all over Facebook the whole time you were there.
Dreadlocks.
Yeah, I did 3 or 4. Like
You did
the
one with
couple days.
Brett Pretzel and Kevin Compass. I saw that. You had what was the
girl from
other?
Canada.
I had
Jess, HVAC Jess.
HVAC Jess from up in Canada.
Gil.
I did Rick and Adrian Garcia from.
You had one with Gil too, right?
And then I did one with Gil and Scott. And then.
And what was the theme of? Did any of these have like a special theme, or you just talking about AHR and?
Honestly, there was no structure. We were just talking about AHR. We were a little like flustered and overwhelmed because I was, at least, because how difficult it was to get everything set up for the streaming and stuff like that. It just got really confusing, and so it just kind of burned me out.
You were using your mic, huh?
That
was theirs?
No, yeah. They bought all
that's
the
right.
stuff.
Yeah, you didn't. Yeah, you told them.
They had asked me if I would bring all my stuff out there, and I just said, look, you guys either pay to ship my stuff out there, or I said for a little bit more, you guys buy your own gear and you have it. So they just bought all their own gear. So they just asked me what to buy. So they just bought everything that we use. So they had it all set up for us. So we just had to kind of tweak everything and get it all ready.
So awesome.
No, it was cool. It was awesome. Lots of great people there. So much footage. I haven't even gone through it yet.
Yeah, you hung out at the Sporland booth for a while too, right?
Yeah, I did 3 hours each day.
Yeah.
Well, 3 hours Monday, 3 hours Tuesday. Actually, Monday I was there 3 hours and then came back for an hour. Like I was there a lot on Monday.
Yeah, how'd that go? Did you meet any cool people? Anybody that recognized you from the Overtime show?
Definitely, dude. I must have.
Did you meet Mr. Fat Cheeto?
No, we didn't. He was there.
Who's
We
Mr.
literally
Fat
didn't
Cheeto?
cross paths. He's that dude on Facebook. He does the funny videos where he's a service tech, but he's
Oh,
fat.
and he's got HVAC in his
Yeah, he's
arm.
got HVAC
Oh.
on his arm.
Oh,
Yeah, he
and
exploits
the
that.
Zip,
No,
zip
he's
tie
funny,
for
dude.
a belt or something like that.
He is funny, but his ironically, when I found out his name, I was like, Fat Cheeto, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny. So
Keep posting the HVAC overtime
It matches.
right? All the time.
yeah, he's doing pretty good. I guess I heard him talking to someone. I think I tuned into a live stream for a minute or something like that. And he has a couple of those little things, or at least one that's gone well over 1 million views.
Oh.
Like it went
Is
viral
he-
on one of those things.
Now,
So,
I'm sure he is, but is he like an actual tech, or is he like a
I think we heard a story.
associated with the industry or
Isn't
something?
he
or-
not a business owner? I think he might have a residential business, and he just kind of thought they'd start doing something funny too.
Yeah.
I think it's something like that. I know he works in HVAC one way.
If
So
it makes
it is-
people laugh, why not, right?
we should probably have him on the show. He's pretty cool.
That'd
Dude.
be cool.
I totally agree.
I
And you
was
know what?
Yeah.
I know I make Joe mad because I approve all of his posts in the group.
Yeah, without asking.
I approve him
anybody.
now too. I approve him. Okay, guy, I approve him. No, I was thinking maybe next year we should do the go to one of these events and do the HVAC Overtime Awards.
100%, dude.
Yeah.
Like the Razzies.
Right?
We could literally do the awards where we just make fun of people because they're the worst content creators.
Mhm.
Who would get
Oh,
the
that's
most?
a good one.
Well,
Worst
No, but like,
content
don't you
creators.
think that like our friends would know that it's sarcasm? Like I'm saying, our
They would
friends.
know.
Right? So
These
we
guys
could
would
literally
know.
pick our
Yeah.
friends and do it on
Yeah.
them too, and they would know, but everybody else would think we're the biggest assholes in the world.
Yeah.
Joe will show up.
100%.
Yeah, I'll come
We
for
could have,
that
like,
one.
the weirdest
roast.
beard in HVAC.
Yeah,
Clive.
yeah. Beard.
Clive, right
Clive.
there. Clive gets it.
Most commercials in a podcast.
Say it.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show, Gary McCready. Boom.
Yeah, it's just
It would be epic,
But
dude.
who's
We
your
could have, like,
second most
little
commercials in a
trophies.
podcast?
Oh shoot, who would that be? It's
Oh,
it's
you know who
creeping
it
up
is.
on. It's
what was the
creeping up.
question?
Brett
Who's
Pretzel's getting
what's
there.
the second? What's the second most podcast?
I got
that
a
has
commercial
commercials?
refrigeration, advanced
Brian?
refrigeration podcast. I mean, they're getting there.
Brian, because he has an intermission too with it. He has a halfway point.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Hey, you know
But-
what though?
Don't blame him.
Brett
I will say
and
those
Kevin
two guys
both,
have really good content, so I forgive it.
Brett and Kevin both hung out with them both like individually at different times. Both those dudes are so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Those
hold
dudes
on,
really are cool.
hold on. Johnny
right,
Depp's
Chris.
nephew arrived.
Johnny Depp's nephew.
What up?
Hey,
Dustin?
but also,
Dustin Cole, guys.
Chris, you insulted Big Clive. His beard is awesome.
Well, no, you said the
Not
weirdest
weird.
beard.
So much sound going on.
I didn't realize that, Clive. Sorry. I agreed. But I knew what he kind of meant.
You can't hear us,
What a
Dustin?
dick.
How do you come back from that?
Yeah, I can. I'm getting a lot of background.
You're
Huh.
getting a lot of background.
Turn your
it's 'cause
radio
you're-
down.
You're listening on a speaker, huh? That's why. See, this is what happens when we don't tell him to plan it. See, he
Plan it,
doesn't have
yeah.
everything he should. so
See,
we just gotta
I
learn
didn't
to
say
deal with
that. I thought my brain works better than that. I would have
I
said,
mean,
let's plan
I
it.
just throw things out there.
Yeah, just throw it to the wind. And
I
what
mean,
happens?
when
Dustin.
with Shop Talk, Zach would like send you a microphone in the mail. Just-
things out there.
Oh, he's listening to us on
Yeah,
YouTube.
see, that's why I said turn your radio down.
Dustin, the shop talk, Zach
What
was
the
like,
hell are we hearing right now?
Good job, Adam.
yeah, see, that's right.
What did you do?
Oh, no. Where's he going? He gave up too.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow him.
We're still talking to him.
Can you mute him? Mute the guy. Where's he going? He gave up.
We're just talking to him.
We already lost him. Fuck.
Oh wait.
What is that?
Can you hear us? Hello.
well,
He went to get some gear probably. Or
par with the
something.
course, huh, guy?
Yeah.
Scared him off.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right, Al Anonymous. See, even Rick knows. You got to make sure they got headphones. I mean, come on. We're professionals here. We've been doing this for how long? We can't even figure out how fucking echoes and speakers work and shit.
Adam.
Yeah,
Adam,
you're right. You're right,
unmuted.
Housh.
There you go.
It is a shit show around here.
Oh no.
Hello.
Yeah.
There we go.
No wonder we got fired.
I
did
would
not get
fire us.
fired.
Wait,
You're there.
it came unplugged. We're hearing
Can you hear us
people.
now?
We can't hear him.
No.
Poor guy.
This
poor
is why
guy
we
rushed to
usually
go get
meet
his
30
Wait,
minutes
wait,
before the
mute
show.
him, mute him, mute him, mute him. in case he turns it on. And
Do we have a rule now? Let's not just randomly invite people onto the show.
No, this is epic genius right here.
Anyways, until he gets his stuff ready,
that's like somebody saying, "Why did you get in a car accident, sir?" Well, I was trying to wipe my ass while I was driving, and I just slammed into a building.
Yeah, true.
Does it work now, Dustin?
No, it doesn't. Of course it doesn't.
No?
I'm surprised he's even vertical. All we need is for him to go sideways now to just top it off.
Can't just be me, right?
Oh, Bill, you're so brutal. You guys
No
got
offense to you, Dustin. And by the way, still send me the selfies. I have no problem with you. I'm just saying.
Michael said, "Is this what the HVAC
today?"
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Michael's comment: "Is this what HVAC overtime words are going to be like?" I'm in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, complete.
Oh man, that's a good point.
fucking-
That's a good point. How are we going to orchestrate an award show?
Oh,
Yes.
well,
I think we
didn't even
should.
think about
Well,
that.
he also said we maybe should do a roast. What do you think about that?
Yes, it should be a roast. Yeah,
we
that's
would
a good
we
idea.
would be backstage like writing names on the trophies right before we hand them out. Like, oh shit, I forgot to get these engraved.
etching him in with the etcher by hand.
Yeah. Can
We're
you
like
hear
a
us now,
scratch
Dustin?
all, just like scratching names in there. Like, oh shit, who's this one too? Gary fucking McCree. There you go.
Yeah.
Or we could even have some like
Oh.
salesman of the year. J-Dub.
Salesman of the word of the year.
Salesman of the year.
J-Dub.
Boom.
Oh, speaking of J-Dub, did you guys see the live he did
No.
with Mr. Fat Cheeto?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, I
gonna
did
do that.
actually. Yeah.
J-Dub.
Everybody's done a live with Fat Cheeto except for us. So we told him we
Mr.
need to get him on.
Fat, J-Dub let Fat Cheeto man drive his Corvette.
Yep.
Wow, dude.
Anything for sales,
J-Dub
right? Anything for
straight
sales,
up
bud.
ghosted me. I mean, he was this close to coming on the show, and then I was like, "Hey, bud, you ever watch our show? Like, we get kind of rowdy a little bit." And that was he didn't talk to me after that.
Well, whoever
So,
does
like,
those awards
well.
there, okay, watch out. We're
Well.
coming. We're gonna be the Grammys, all right?
Yeah, we're coming in.
We're coming.
Boom, we're coming in.
So is there a dress code?
No dress code. They have a dress
Crotchless
code.
pants,
Come on.
You gotta wear it's a black
buttless
tie.
chaps,
Yeah, there
Nah,
was a
nah,
dress
no black
code at-
tie.
There
Listen,
was a
nah.
dress
Nothing
code
but-
at Tactical.
nipples, pasties.
Yeah,
Hey
pasties.
Joe, what do you think I wore to the Tactical Awards?
I think you wore a bow tie.
No. I did not apply to the dress. I went California casual, bro. I had jeans on,
I was gonna say that. I thought
And
you just went
a
nice.
sweater, and like
Good
a
for
zip
you.
up
Did you
thing.
feel
Good
awkward?
for you.
Nope.
Nice.
Not one bit. I mean, dude, I had black pants on. Like they looked like I just wasn't. And some people wanted to get dressed up. That's cool. It's just not my style, and I don't own dress clothes. So I was like, I'm not gonna buy dress clothes just to go. So
Oh, he's
I
still
know.
here.
I don't even know what
Yeah,
that
there's
is still. Awards.
Yeah, he had to go to Best Buy and buy himself a new
Who gives-
microphone real quick.
who judges these awards? Who decides who gets what award?
you get nominated. So with the Tactical Awards, what they do is they have a nomination form on the HVAC Tactical website. I think it's
I didn't
hvactactical.com.
even know they had a website. So that tells
Yeah.
you something.
I
That's
didn't
where
even know
Ben
they
has
had a
his merch.
website.
Yeah, it says like merch and stuff.
What?
But,
Well,
It's an online store.
he doesn't know that we have a website either.
That's
I
true.
do, I do.
true.
Yeah,
Oh,
most
him?
people in
Oh,
the
he
chat
knows we
don't know
have
that
one for
a
sure.
website.
What's our website again, everyone?
Which, by the way, go check out our merch.
HVACRvideos.com.
No, don't look at that. Come on. What is
Don't
it?
need to buy more.
Um,
HVAC Overtime.
When you shop
.com.
at True Tech Tools, you can use the discount code Big Picture, and you can get an 8% discount on checkout.
Yeah.
It's a shameful plug night for me. You
Big
want me to plug
picture,
anything
little
else?
wiener.
My Amazon affiliate link code is HVACRvideos/Amazon.net.
Mhm.
All right, Gary.
But yeah, go check out our merch. We got some new stuff on there. I forget what was the
Mike?
newest thing we put on there.
The Jim Davis shirt.
Was it the Jim
The
Davis design?
greatest picture
I
ever.
thought there was
That
another
awesome.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I had a
yeah.
conversation. Did I tell you guys about that? I had
No,
a
you didn't tell us
conversation
anything.
at the symposium about that.
With
So
who?
I walked up first night in the house. I see Dominic. He's one of the owners of National Cover Institute, right? And David Richardson. They were standing there having a conversation.
Good
And
guy.
one of them brought up the fact that Jim was on our show, and they brought up the shirt. And I'm like, well, now that you guys are breaking the ice, I'm like, I did say I don't know who's going to sue us first, Jim Davis, The Simpsons, or National Comfort Institute.
Which, by the way, I sent Jim and his wife
Thanks,
some
Jason.
shirts, and I sent him and his wife matching shirts with the Jim Davis design. Then I also sent him, I think, the cat design. Let me
Oh,
out.
yeah. But he also bought another one as well himself.
Well,
I
finish
believe.
though, Adam. What did they say when you
Yeah.
told them that?
He said, we are going to come after you. I said, well, between the three of you, you guys could split up $1.50 equally.
Yeah, we'll give you royalties on that. You can have all
They
the
laugh
profit.
about it.
Yeah.
Hey, look at 508 HVAC Tech sporting the swag. Thanks for the support, man.
Yep.
I have that one
Needs
too,
to get
Jason.
neon green.
Hey, what was I gonna say? That was a nice install you posted, Adam.
Hey,
Yeah, it did look good.
thank you,
nice,
guys. It's so nice of you.
Although, you know, I didn't even notice at first until somebody mentioned it.
What?
You actually even taped the cabinet?
No.
Wow.
Oh,
Don't
you know
screw
what?
around,
We probably should have just told Dustin he could have just opened this up on his phone.
Yeah.
Okay.
He did that.
Literally could be having a conversation.
The last time I sent him a link, he came in in the shower.
In the shower.
Maybe it worked in the
Jesus.
shower.
Jesus fish. I think Dustin Cole died.
Okay.
It's so random.
You guys got to hear Chris
Jesus
Hughes.
fish, you crazy
If
bastard.
Dustin can tell the story half as funny as Chris Hughes, it's going to be hilarious, dude. Chris Hughes told the story of how they were at the airport together.
Maybe he can come back and sign it to us.
Oh gosh.
So they
Chris,
both on
can
stories.
you
So
come
get Hughes, man. Who
Chris,
was
can you come in, Chris, and tell the story? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, get Chris in here. Get some. Let's keep sending out random links. I'm just gonna
keep sending
Well,
it
at least
out.
these people we know, they're not friggin' what's the other guy? What was the other guy's name? Blue Slipper? Blue Ghost?
Blue Slipper. Who the fuck
I
is
don't
Blue
know. Whatever that
Blue
guy's
Oyster Cult?
Ghost Mirror.
Oh, the one
All
that
right,
put you
Justin
in
Cole.
alone?
Glass
Yeah,
Eater
left.
or whatever.
Yeah,
that
Glass
guy's name?
Slipper.
Oh,
he was
glass monster.
Yeah, Glass Monster.
Yeah, that was real awkward.
Real awkward. What about
Yes,
that other guy? That guy Tom. He was another.
Oh yeah,
that
that
guy
guy
Tom.
Tom. He's got to be dead by now. 100%. There's no way
Did
that
you guys
dude
know
survived
that?
anything.
Did you know that the day that Dustin was in the shower was Randy's birthday? That's a good way
Really?
to remember it. Always
man.
remember Randy's birthday.
Now I got something to think about next time I'm in the shower.
Oh my god.
Dustin Cole.
Yeah. All right, Chris. I'm sending you a link.
Yeah.
Did you say yes?
Any other random people I could send it to?
No, don't. Let's just hold off on that.
Randy Ravioli.
No problem, Sean Price. So yeah, tell us about the install, bud. What was going on there? Which one was that?
That was this guy bought and was renovating a condo, and he had old equipment in there, and he's like, hey, I want to change this. So I ran a load on the house and it came back really low. I'm like, if we put in two 40,000 BTU furnaces, even, I'm like, it's oversized in 2.5 tons. So he's like, what do you think we should do? I'm like, well, I could do that because this is the smallest equipment, or we could combine the ductwork and, do it all in one system. So I gave him a price on one. I think it was a 40 wouldn't have done it. So I think it was a 60 and I don't know what it was, 1.5 tons or 2 ton. And then I gave him a couple of heat pump prices and he went with the Bosch. So
nice.
Boom.
And
honestly, I always add these options in, like humidifiers and air cleaners and everything.
Steam humidifier, yeah.
Nobody ever buys the IQ Air because it's so freaking expensive. It's like gold.
He did.
Right? And this guy's like, hey, this is non-negotiable. My wife told me I have to buy this.
Wow.
All right.
You should show a picture if people that are not part of the HVAC Overtime group.
Which, if you're not, I don't know why you wouldn't be.
I don't know why you,
right.
Why you wouldn't be.
Gil from HVA and Sensors.
There you go.
What's up, Gil?
Gil is podcast royalty.
Gil won.
Truly is.
At the Tactical Awards. He won Best Podcast.
Don't know who they are, but good job.
We could have an award when we do our we do our award show. You know how in Ricky Bobby, the movie Ricky Bobby, he's got all those advertisements all over like windshield and everything. That's kind of like Gil's live stream. He's got advertisements everywhere. Like he would win some sort of award for just having like the most decals on screen.
All right. Look what we got.
Who's this guy?
Mr. Chris Hughes.
The one you introduced, Bill?
Coming live to us from a back room at Office Supply.
Was that what, Bill? What did you say about TC earlier? Did we?
Oh yeah. I announced him as no. It's. I mean, we don't need to go back. We don't need to revisit that. I mean, we don't need to.
We do.
We don't. I mean, he'll never watch the beginning part of the show and figure out what I said
because he's a dum. What is up, Chris?
We're good.
Now, is my mic working here?
Your mic is working, dude.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Good
so
stuff.
you got to tell us the story about. I was trying to get Dustin to come on and tell it about the story in the airport.
Yeah, well, I know how to work a computer. I can't do it.
Ooh,
I think him and John Pastorello shop at the same computer place.
Hey, easy on the Godfather.
I didn't know Jitterbug made computers.
Well, it could just be he hasn't came off of, maybe his drink had just continued all the way home. Maybe he just looks sober, but he's really not.
I mean, you can't be smart at everything. Dustin Cole, he's a genius, super smart dude. I mean, we all have hiccups.
Oh man. Oh,
Right.
That's the story. Yeah.
So shoot, where do we begin?
Right in the middle, like Joe does.
So we're going to New Orleans Airport. Dustin, I think, he's about 2 hours away from me. He had to go pick up Mardi Gras beads in Homa. And I said, well, shoot, man, just drive back to my house. We'll go to the airport together. We'll leave a little bit early. My wife's got to get the kids somewhere. Let's just go, whatever. Anyway, we end up at the airport probably 2-3 hours before the flight takes off, something like that. We're both flying on a Frontier airline, mainly because it was like the only direct flight to Atlanta from but anyway, it was cheap. All right.
All you needed to know was Frontier.
Right. So we get to the airport and, we're like, man, we got to kill some time. I'm like, well, of course it makes sense. It's like, dude, let's just drink some beer. Right. So there's only one spot in the airport to drink beer. And so we start drinking. And the bartender, she's really cool. She's cutting up with us. And then we get on this rant, right, about load calculations. And we start thinking like, man, nobody in our area does load calculations. And we start devising this plan of like, we should just do load calculations for everybody in our circle. Like we know it's like we could be super rich. And, so we start devising this Louisiana load calculation takeover plan. And one beer leads to 2 beers, leads to 3 beers, and leads to 4 beers. And the bartender's doing a good job. She's feeding us, right? She's like,
she's getting commission on this.
Yeah.
She's planning it. And so I didn't normally when I fly, I put everything in my calendar. And usually I'll get a notification. And I didn't, for some reason, I either missed it or whatever. And I don't know what is like. Maybe God was looking out for me. I don't know. I look at my watch and I'm like, man, we should probably go to the gate. Like, I think the plane leaves at like 9:30 or something. Like I have 9:30 on the brain. Well, the plane leaves at like 9:07.
Oh man.
So we probably start walking to the gate at like 8:55. And it's a long walk. Right. It's a little bit of a stretch to this particular, like they don't put Frontier with all the other airlines. It's way down the aisle. So we're walking, we're laughing, and I'm like, I gotta go to the bathroom. So I go to the bathroom, right? Just to prolong the time of getting to the plane. I come out and there's nobody. Like it's a ghost town.
Oh no.
And we're thinking like maybe we're early. I said, well, hold on, let me check the flight. And as I'm like looking at my phone, I get the flight number. I'm looking up at the big billboard and Dustin's behind me. And I'm like, man, the plane leaves in like 5 minutes. I'm
like, no.
Dustin's behind me. He goes, that's the plane right there.
Leaving?
No, the plane was literally like the gate thing was still connected, but everybody was on the plane.
Oh my God.
So we were like, oh shit, that's our plane.
Shit.
So there's not even a lady at the desk. The doors are locked. All these glass windows are there.
They already had the gate like closed up.
Yeah, like it was done.
Oh yeah.
I'm really surprised we even got on the plane.
Wow.
So we're thinking, holy crap, what do we do? We're like, we drop our bags and we just start doing this. Out of the glass windows. We're like,
oh my
hoping the pilot would see you.
The pilot, yeah.
We're probably, I don't know, 30 yards from each other. He's down on that side of the glass window, like hugging it, and I'm on the side, and I'm giving the pilot this.
Oh my God!
On that plane, me on that, I'm doing this.
Oh my God!
Dustin's over there like,
don't tell me it worked. Did it work?
We're sitting there waving our arms like, we got to get on that plane. We have to get on that plane.
Oh my god!
I mean, we're literally. It was pretty hilarious. I wish somebody would have been recording us from.
Oh god!
And not to mention, we're pretty lit. At
Yeah.
Point, right? So
I'm surprised. You probably look like psychopaths. I'm surprised they let you on.
Did it work? Everybody wants to know.
Yeah. So the pilot sees us and goes, "Oh, okay." And he takes
Wow, nice pilot.
Yeah. And Dustin looks at me and he goes, "I think the pilot's getting us on the plane."
Oh man.
So it gets better.
Oh no!
So, we're like getting excited, like, yes, we're gonna get on our plane. So this lady comes through the gate, and I basically had made up my mind, like, no matter what, I'm getting on that plane because you open the door. So like I'm pretty lit, and as she opens the door, I'm like pushing her out of the way, like I'm getting her, right? And she's like, hey, calm down. I'm like, no, we got to get on that plane, like it's important. And Dustin grabbed a gift card out of his wallet.
Trying to bribe her? I knew it.
There's $11 on this gift card to Barnes and Noble.
Wait till you listen.
Noble.
He takes the gift card, he slams it in front of her. He goes, "That's got at least $80 left on it. It's yours."
Oh my god!
It's yours.
Wow.
Oh fuck!
And at this point, she's already opened the door, so she's probably like
already gonna let you on.
I know.
This is
Exactly,
Frontier Airlines. Remember that. So the lady's like, she's not saying no. She's like,
No.
oh, she took it? Oh, that's awesome.
I guess the Ghetto Airlines or something. I don't know.
She takes the gift card, and basically she's like, "Hey, they need to get on that plane." And there's a guy there who's working. He's like, all right. He's like, "Let's get you on the plane." So, long story short, we got the pilot's attention. We bribed the lady who opened the door, and they squeezed us on the plane. And that'll probably never happen again.
What was the gift card for though? Where was it for?
Well, at first it bought our rounds of beer.
Oh, so it was like a Visa gift card or something. Okay.
Yeah, some manufacturers like got him in an ordeal where they're like, I don't know, like
it's like bonuses or something like that.
They gave him a gift card for giving advice, and we were drinking, and I was like, "Well, I'll get it." He's like, "No, I got to burn this gift card down." I'm like, "All right." So he just used it at the bar to buy a couple rounds of beer. So I don't know if there's any money on it or not. It's kind of funny because what if that lady goes to use it? There's nothing on it.
She's like, no, there's at least $80 on this. Check it again.
These guys seem very credible.
Yeah, I let them on a plane for this.
Goddamn Frontier Airlines, God bless them.
Oh man, because that lady's probably like the stewardess. She's also the janitor. She's checking bags. She's probably loading the plane.
And she makes minimum wage. That's why the gift card is very important to her.
Oh yeah, all day long she's gonna take that gift card.
Yeah, because what you guys are talking about, I never heard of Frontier. Is this supposed to be some
I've never flown it.
Frontier Airline, dude, it's like, bro, think of like the most budget airline ever. And then think of like their little baby brother.
Hold on. Let me tell you what happened with Frontier.
I've had nothing but good success out of Frontier.
Come on.
All I'm saying. Nothing.
So I booked both of my flights to and from the HVAC Excellence conference coming up on Frontier, right? Because it was like one of the only ones available. I wanted to leave at a particular time during the day to and from. This is going to Vegas, right? So I booked it. Everything's good. I'm happy. I have my hotel. And then like a week and a half go by, and I get an email, and they say, "We're experiencing delays, and we have to change your flight times for both of your tickets to and from." I'm like, what the hell kind of delays are you experiencing? My tickets are for the end of March. We're in February right now. So they put me on like middle of the night flights. They're like to and from, and I immediately canceled, and I switched over to whatever.
I bet you their fleet is down like 1 or 2 planes or something.
No, what they do, I think they sell tickets and they fill up a plane for cheap. And then they raise their prices a little bit, and then they resell it, and then they kick everyone off that flight. The trip to Punta Cana, they didn't tell anybody, but they canceled 15 people's flights back from Punta Cana.
Oh man,
They had to switch over to
move.
United. Yeah,
I've only had good experiences like with flights. I haven't ran into, cross my fingers, any of that bad stuff where stuff gets canceled.
Hey, thanks, Gil.
My flights have been nice. My flight to ATL was like smooth, super smooth. So
I've been very fortunate. As much as I've flown around, I've only had like one issue, but it was my issue. I was supposed to fly out at it was like 4:45 in the morning. One time, I don't know how, like they shifted my flight. I called and complained. It was a Southwest flight, and me and my wife get in this argument all the time. She hates that I set my alarm clock for 7 days a week. She's like, "Hey, there's no need for you to wake up at 6 in the morning on Saturday and Sunday." I'm like,
there is.
It's my routine.
Yeah. Yep, 100%. I'm with
like,
you. Bring her on the show. Let's talk about this.
That's right. She's like, well, that's my chance to sleep in. I'm like, come on. I'm like, whatever. But anyway, so literally like 2 days before this flight, I turn my alarm clock off on my iPhone on Saturdays and Sundays. So I set my alarm for like 3 o'clock in the morning to get up to go drive to the airport. And guess what? The alarm doesn't go off.
See,
but I wake up at like 3:30 out of the blue, which I don't know how that happens, but like 3:30, I wake up and I look at my phone and I go, oh shit, I gotta be at an airport, right? 90 miles an hour, go get in my truck, and I do like 100 miles an hour to the airport, and I'm 5 minutes late from getting on the plane, and they shut me down. I couldn't go.
Jeez.
But I did make a phone call for $50. They got me on a flight later that day. But it was like those weird times where like it's not worth leaving the airport and it's not worth like going home.
Right.
So I slept on the airport floor for like 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah, a little sidestep to that story. So I do the same thing, Chris. I have my alarm set 7 days a week, same time, 3:55 every morning. But I have one of those alarm clock apps that you have to solve math problems to shut it off.
Oh no way!
So I'm like laying in bed, it won't stop making noise until you solve like 3 math problems.
Yeah.
I'm like, 52 plus 47. Oh, I don't know. It wakes my wife up every time, and she's like, turn that off. I'm like, I can't. What's 52 plus 47? I don't know. So then I try to switch over to my calculator app.
Yeah,
like,
it reminds me of like my dad. Like you remember when like your dad had an alarm clock? Everybody's dad had the same alarm clock because they only made like 2. It had like the wood grain with the slats on it.
Oh yeah.
Back to the Future one, dude.
It only had like one button, which was snooze. There was never an off button. And snooze got you like 10 to 15 more minutes. I remember as a kid, like sleeping next door, like every 15 minutes it would go off. And it was always the radio on super loud.
So
it's worse.
Hey,
right, everything.
I'm going to segue over to something else. I saw you in a post on Facebook, and I wanted to bring this up because you were hanging out at Corbett Lunsford's house, and he was one of our first super special guests on this show.
Wait, how did both you and Corbett fit into his house?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. It's like the cowmobile, right?
Time? Were you inside? He was like outside the door talking to you,
switching spots.
I'm like, all right, now you come in. I'll go outside and we'll talk.
Through the window.
Yeah, through the window.
You can't open it all the time because the air changes won't be.
That's true. It's true. The negative air pressure will just lift it right off the ground if you have all the windows open.
All I can say is, man, nobody farted because I had
thank God.
Thank God. It was tight.
Well, when we had him on the show,
did y'all see the picture of Dustin I took in the crawl space? If you hadn't, you got to see it.
Yeah, where was that at? Where was that crawl space at?
That was Corbett's
point that he had
underneath this house.
Holy crap, dude! I thought that was like an industrial building. What the hell is that? I thought he was under chiller piping. I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
No, we were once again drinking, and then Dustin's like, "I gotta get in this crawl space," because he basically wrote Corbett in the beginning. Like he didn't know Corbett. This is the way the story goes. He calls Corbett out of the blue and goes, "Hey man, let me tell you something. I know a thing or two, and I know you don't know me, but you may want to insulate that ductwork because there's a good chance it's going to sweat." He's like, you just moved to Atlanta or whatever. But so Dustin gets down there because he wants to go find water. He's like, I don't believe you. I got to get down there and I got to look for some condensation on this ductwork. So he literally, we're having like at his party And Dustin's like, I'm going to the crawl space. So he goes down there and he's just crawling around, with no shoes on because Corbett doesn't like shoes in his house. And that's totally understandable.
Yeah.
So he gets down the crawl space and he's crawling around. And I just get down there to look at it. And I just look and I'm like, dude, hold up just a second. And it was like perfect shot, ready to go. I'm like, dude, just sit still. And he was like, out of nowhere, just hit the perfect pose. I'm like,
oh my, he's camera ready no matter what.
Oh, I didn't see this, dude.
Oh my God.
I think Adam's working on bringing it up right now.
Hold on, I'm looking for it too.
Was that in Grapevine?
Yeah.
And wait a minute. Was this a party you were at and he just decides to go in the
yes.
That's
This is Corbett Lunsford's house, dude. Like
that's a Seinfeld episode right there.
Yes.
So is his crawl space like nice, insulated, fully
it's very
sealed up and everything?
Yeah, it's very nice. It's probably about 4 foot tall. He's got 2 really cool rolling chairs that you can like get in and roll around and go.
Nice.
Oh, beautiful.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Here's another.
Here, I got it, Adam.
Here's another picture of Dustin for you.
Did you? I got the picture in the crawl space. You get that
nice.
Wait.
Hold on.
I'll send this one to somebody.
Share screen. Let me pick the right screen.
Well, hang on.
Here, I got it right now. I'm like, where the hell is he?
Nice.
And that is a nice crawl space.
Yeah,
dude.
look how clean that is, eh?
Yeah, man. That's not bad
All
right
the
there.
mastic.
How do you make kissy lips?
Adam,
can you send that to me? Email
there
it
you
right
go,
over
guys.
me.
Wait, what's that, Chris?
Dustin, you kill me, Dustin. Honestly, that fucking pose.
Yeah, I might have to laminate that and put it right in my shower.
Like,
Yeah, that was awesome,
Where do you
Christopher,
get
for
those
doing that.
shirts, dude?
Hey.
Where's a shirt like that,
Oh. The shirt. So let's go into another story. Are you ready?
Yeah,
Yes.
go for it. Yeah, right,
dude?
Clive.
These are freaking great.
If you haven't,
That's amazing.
If you haven't talked to me about like where we get our clothes from, me and Dustin both have this thing going on where when we go somewhere, we got to go thrift shopping, right? Like I grew up junking it. My mom took me to garage sales, and people. Here's what I'll say: you cannot embarrass me because my mom already did it so much growing up that I basically lost the ability to care. And what I mean by that is when your mom drags you to garage sales in your hometown and she's holding up a shirt against you, and then you see a kid that you go to school with staring at you going, that's my shirt.
Yeah.
Oh man, you're trash.
And then you wear it to school.
Or better yet, like you buy the garage sale underwear.
So
no.
basically, I can't get embarrassed. But here's what I'll say. My mom taught me to be a deal shopper. So when we went to Naples, Florida for the Andy Ass Symposium, I look at Dustin and I'm like, dude, I bet the thrift stores here are freaking dynamite. And he's like, we should go.
We should go.
And I'm like, oh, yeah, we should go. So we went. And I'm going to tell you, man, if I'd have had a trailer, I'd have brought everything back from the Naples.
Dude, I love a good thrift store, man.
Dynamite. I'm talking the best shirts. I was buying Tommy Bahama shirts with the tags on them for like $4.
Wow.
See,
that's
so
deals.
Gets even better. So we were me, Dustin, and Alex Meany decide, hey, let's go to like this cabana bar and get our drink on. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds fun. So we decided we needed Hawaiian shirts, right? So we found Hawaiian shirts at the thrift store, and they're really nice. So like we changed in the parking lot, we put our Hawaiian shirts on, and we go to the cabana bar and we're drinking. Well, I get back to the hotel, and Steve stops me and he goes, hey, he's like, are you going to go to this thing? And I'm like, what thing? And he's like, oh, me and you got invited to go sit down with Joe Stiebrick and Gary and all, it's like this super duper really nice party, right? And I'm like, sure. I'm like, is it? He's like, when's it start? He's like, well, it's about to start now. And I'm thinking, dude, I'm in a thrift store Hawaiian shirt, right? And I'm like, screw it, let's do it. So I go into this party.
I mean, weren't you drinking too?
Yes. So we go into this party, and everybody's like pretty much in a suit, right? And the ladies there in a dress. Nikki Kruger was there, and I sit next to her and her husband. And I'm just thinking, like, man, I'd give anything to be in a nice shirt right now. Hawaiian shirt is standing out like super, super loud.
Because everybody's probably whispering like, "Oh man, we got to get some money to TEC. Those guys can't afford any good clothes." Look at that poor guy.
Oh, but it was good stuff.
They'd be like, "He's wearing a Hawaiian shirt and he has an iPhone. That guy must not have any money."
Did he find any condensation in the crawl space?
Nope. No condensation.
Yeah, that concrete looked real dry.
How long has he
Right,
been living
Bill.
in that space? Like, how old is that crawl space?
I don't know. If I remember when he was building that house, that's what been like 2-3 years or something.
Yes, right?
He was when he was on our show, it's been a couple of years, and when he was on the show, he was actually getting ready to start installing the ductwork.
Yeah, so maybe a year.
Oh, okay.
Do you remember? He was like, I just bought my snips. And I was like, hey, do you need any help with that? Maybe I should come down there. If you just bought snips, I don't know how you're going to run ductwork, dude.
That's a good
How
question.
did his ductwork turn out? Did it turn, like, if he did it all himself?
Hey, that picture looked decent.
I mean, underneath the house looked really nice. I mean, there's a lot of over-the-top moves being done in there. He's got inline water suppressors on the water lines, which I had never seen those.
I've never even heard of that.
Yeah, I did water. I did plumbing a little bit when I was young, and we used to put air chambers on the top of hot water heaters and stuff like that. We'd basically make air, captures a little bit of air.
Oh, aerators, yeah.
Lets the water kind of bounce to a pocket of air so it doesn't surge or hammer when it, cut the water on and off. But apparently, this is the first time I had seen him in the line on its way to a fixture. I didn't know they made that. So he's got some neat little add-ins into that build.
You ever see I watched some of his house build, but it also blows me away what the other what's the other guys on YouTube that are doing that too? The high performance home contracting stuff. There's another guy.
I don't know, man. I only watch this show.
That's it.
There you
Yeah,
go.
sure.
Right.
Ding. There you go.
Had that.
Did he give you a tour of the house and like all the ins and outs and all the cool stuff?
Yeah. Did he know you guys were down there in his crawl space?
Yeah, no, he was down there. He was, he was about it, I think that's going to be part of it at some point,
Yeah, I mean, I imagine a guy like that, he wants to show it off and to other guys who can appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure. Anyway, I don't know. Well, guys, I got to go get fish sticks out of my oven, so peace.
See ya.
See you, Chris.
There's a third time. Owner wants to get away from.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome, Chris. Thanks for coming on. Owner wants to get away from propane. I need 50, 60 kilowatts heat.
Hey, we'll see you, Gil.
Area will not be able to handle that amount of electricity. Opinions. I'm thinking the electricity load he can't get over there in that area. And what's the options? And then people are saying natural gas, which is true, but then he said no gas. So
real
I don't
quick,
know.
Ryan,
What
he's running a
size?
live stream tomorrow, so
Post it up in the overtime group, Brian.
yeah,
You
throw it in there, man.
What size freaking house do you need? 50 or 60?
I don't think it's a house. Maybe it's like something big. It's a big area, dude. Because that's
Like
a
a
lot of
barn?
BTU. How much BTU? Like, I have to do the thing, but that's like 200. I don't know how much BTU thousand.
Hold on, I'll tell you right now.
Yeah, I forget. What is it? 15. Nope.
You guys know how hard it is?
For
My opinion, if you have no gas, honestly, sorry to say, but
200,000?
heat pump will give you just amount of the same, and you could do it. A third of that, right? You could do a third at 3-to-1 COP. You could do a third of that. So just do a heat pump. Bam, there's your uncle. You have electricity. You could do a third
Bob's
of that
your
electricity.
Bob's your uncle.
Bob's your uncle. Did I say Bill's your uncle?
Who's your uncle, Joe?
Hey, it's Don Corleone. That's my uncle. But yeah, heat pump's the best way to go, dude. If you have no gas, go heat pump, dude. COP's 3-to-1. You get the same amount of heat.
But I mean, here's the thing: 200,000 BTUs.
Rick sent me a swear word.
That's true. Is that's what it is? 200,000?
Yeah, well, 170 to 200,000. He said 60 kW.
Yeah.
That's
Hey, what are your options?
well, he said 50 to 60. Which is it? Like, what are we at? A sliding scale? Like, what's your load?
Yeah. Yeah. But that's the only other options, right? Unless he has natural gas. But
Yeah, what kind of structure is it? I'm curious. There's so many questions I have to this.
It's a barn. No insulation.
That's what I'm thinking. Maybe it's like something.
It's got to be
with a
something
high
like
load.
that.
Listen, you would need that's a pretty big freaking house or whatever to have 200,000 BTUs. That's a
I know. I don't think it's a house, dude. Let's put that house in. I'm assuming it's something big to get that much.
Keeping animals alive or something.
Yeah, like maybe a big, huge barn, garage.
The fuck is a cock for
geothermal heat pump? Like you could do
it,
it, but how much? You know what I mean?
Yeah. My old house, that would work in my old house. That's right, Neil.
That's right, Cyborg. It's like what's the
Cyborg, you greasy haired bastard.
Usage. Yeah.
But look at Bill had this old ratty house that had no insulation anywhere, and it not that it was ratty, it was just very leaky.
Yeah, very, very leaky.
It was like
I mean, there was a 10-foot square section underneath the porch, really, that was just open to the basement. Yeah, open to outside.
It used to rain in his basement.
I swear that boiler was 160,000 BTUs.
Yeah, but here's the thing: we got your house pretty cold. We left that blower door running
like 45 degrees at least.
It was running for a good hour or more, right?
We shut everything off, open the doors up.
And Bill's another one that you have to take your shoes off. And by the end of it, my feet were frozen because it was so damn. It was 0 degrees outside when we were doing this, right?
Wow, yeah.
And it took like 20 minutes for your boiler to catch up. It was fast. It was like
it was. I was surprised how fast it was because
like Nate already. It was like he already sold you on moving out of your house, and we didn't even pack up the blower door yet. The house is already warm. That's how quickly it happened.
And he's like, well, you're gonna need this. I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna get this box out and start putting my shit in it. So thanks for nothing.
Oh shit.
And then I moved into a hotel room.
That's right, for a fucking week.
Yeah. 2 no, it was like 3 weeks. 3 weeks living in a hotel room with my family.
That was the one with the fucking homeless person.
Hey, and you didn't have internet until the other day, but guess what, Bill? Your internet froze twice tonight already.
I've noticed. I'm on Wi-Fi. I'm surprised it's.
Oh, it's because you're on Wi-Fi, dude.
You need to plug it.
Yeah, you got to plug it in, man.
Jason Johnson, I have electric boilers larger than that. I don't know what he's referring to. It's for a whole building, though, 350 amps. And the other guy said factory in the sticks.
Oh, so there you go.
That's
See, but how am I going to get fiber optic cable?
I don't think he's going to get 300. Yeah.
No, they have an adapter, dude. They dumb it down. Yeah.
I think you go geothermal, right?
Yeah, geothermal heat pump. Yeah.
That'll pay for itself.
Yeah. Yeah. You have to because that's the only other option. I want to do. You can't do electric. You can't get that service out there. That's the one downfall about electricity. If you gotta admit, strict heating.
Not to change the subject, but since we're on the topic of electricity, can we bring up that wiring diagram before I forget? Because I've seen Adam a wiring diagram, so I need your guys' input as well as all you guys in the chat. You guys are a bunch of smart people, and it's a piece of hot side equipment that I work on. It's a fry dump station, expedite station, whatever you want to call it. It's 208 single phase. It's where they put the fries and the nuggets and all the shit, and they scoop it out, right? So this is a wiring diagram of it. So if you can zoom in to the top left-hand corner.
You're asking me how to zoom. I don't know how to zoom when I'm.
Or the people in the chat, whoever wants to zoom on it. So if you see those 4 little circle things, those are light bulbs. They're not heat lamps. They're just light bulbs. Now, in the description to the right of those light bulbs, it says that they're 240 volt light bulbs. If you run that part number, those are not 240 volt light bulbs. They're actually 130 volt light bulbs. I know it's weird, but run that part number if you don't believe me. I verified it with the manufacturer.
Okay.
Those are correct.
504140. If you want to do that now, we'll wait.
Yep. Run that part number. They'll come back as 40 watt and 130 volt light bulbs. So I called the manufacturer to ask them. So if you look at this circuit, so what's feeding those light bulbs? It's 208. Yeah. So you have 2 hot lines going in there, right? And I'm trying to figure out how they're able to get away with 130 volt light bulbs in this circuit.
Yeah.
Like I don't understand how the light bulbs don't just explode or burn up. Like
the point. How many amps
because like they're I don't know how many amps they are.
Am I like bad at wiring diagrams? But like how is this area right here? How is this a wiring diagram?
I know it's pretty. It's not like a ladder. It's just like
Yeah, this is the best I could get from the manufacturer because I have
a picture of like a hole where the wires go into.
Freaking
they are in series.
Yeah, and it doesn't show where those wires go, but I know because I've taken this apart that those essentially it'd be 4 wires and a ground that go into that little circle. So 2 wires split off into that big rectangle piece that's a heater. Yeah. So 2 wires split off to the big heating plate, and then the other 2 wires, 2 hot wires, go to the light bulbs, which essentially are in the front. And so that's what I was thinking. Like you put them in series, and that's how you can get away with it.
But will he get away with it? Will they work? Do that work? Does this work?
They do. Yeah, it works.
Okay.
I'm like confused how it works because if there were 208 light bulbs, I could
drop
wrap my mind around that easier.
Is Clive in here? He could explain it to you in a lickety split.
The lamps will have to match when changed. So yeah, they all 4 are the same. Came out of the same box.
Yeah.
But I just don't understand how they can get away with 130 volt light bulbs in that because you essentially have. Well, I guess since they're in series, you wouldn't have 208 because isn't it if they're in series, the voltage would drop down after the load to the next load to the next load.
Oh, look at Weaver's maintenance.
So
how they do it.
The voltage is divided amongst the load.
Hey, Mikey Pumps.
If you take 1 bulb out and 2 lamps go out, there's your answer.
Hey, look, it's Mikey Pipes.
It won't work.
Well, that doesn't answer my question. My question is how does it work? Like how are you able to get away with 130 volt light bulbs in a 208 system? Which, by the way, you can take 1 light bulb out and the other ones will stay on. I've done that. I did that the other day just to check voltage on one.
Also, it's done like in pairs, kind of like it's cool.
Yeah, it's I
guess
don't
if they
fully
all
understand it.
Yeah.
And I called the manufacturer to, for one, verify the light bulbs because they came up as 130 volts. And he's like, nope, those are the right ones. I know our wiring gram says this, blah, 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 but these are the right ones. And then I was like, can you tell me how does this work? Are you guys sneaking a...
They won't tell you.
No, he's like, he brought it up in his screen. He's like, yeah, I'm looking at it right now. He's like, I don't know how that works. I'm like, he straight up told me that. Tech support.
They won't.
He's like, I don't know how that works. I don't know how they're doing it. Hambone says it's 2 pairs wired in series. So is that what's going on here then? Since they're wired in series and you're dividing the voltage amongst the 4 loads.
If you're taking a bulb out, like if one's out, what happens?
The rest stay on.
Yeah.
I pulled one out the other day just to check it. Unless I'm not thinking clearly, but I'm pretty sure they stay on.
It's pretty cool.
Double check again though.
I don't know.
So you guys don't know either, huh? So
that diagram's hideous, and I have no idea where we were.
Was there a ballast in the socket?
Nope, no ballasts. Nope.
I've said the one should go out. The other should go out if you remove one.
Yeah, maybe I'm wrong then. Maybe I'm just not remembering correctly.
If they were wiring series,
I swear I took one out, and
other
I
pair
swear
would stay lit. Oh, because it's a pair series unit.
Yeah, the way it's wired, it does look like you take one out and you're opening the circuit up like a switch. Yeah, so I see what you guys are saying. Yeah.
Did you ever see any of these blow up before?
Not in person, but
did you hear of it?
I have heard of it. That's why I have this wiring diagram, and I'm going to be going out and solving some problems. So,
2 pairs of series.
But I just don't understand.
I think we've had enough of this.
Yeah,
enough of that. Not right now. Fuck.
Oh man.
You guys want to hear a story?
That was good. Yeah, go ahead. Tell us.
So today after work, I stopped at Walmart and did the grocery shopping because we're going to be busy. We got family coming down this weekend. And I had my daughter with me. We're loading, and I had my work van just because I met my wife out there and she had to go to work, so I got my kid. And we're loading groceries up in my van, and I moved this bucket, and she's like, this little green Menards bucket I had, and she's like, "What's in the bucket, Dad?" I'm like, "Nothing." She starts crawling in there. I want to see what's in the bucket. Like, no, you don't want to see what's in that bucket. She's like, "Why? What's in there? What's in there?" I'm like, "That's my pee bucket." And she's like, "Pee bucket? What's that for?" I'm like, "It's called a pee bucket. What do you think it's for?" She's like, "Pee?" See,
well, that was suspenseful. Why don't you leave us hanging? Short, shriveled, and a little to the right, huh?
And I'm like, And like sometimes I'm warm and there's no bathrooms, so I gotta pee in a butt. Just like, oh, that is so disgusting, Dad. You're so gross.
I think you need to run a wire up to your computer, Bill.
Dude, how am I gonna get a wire up to my computer?
You got to talk to one of these low voltage guys. They work.
Dude, I'll send my guy Ike down there. He'll do it for you, or up there. He's in Missouri, dude.
Yeah, he's
He'll
halfway
play
there.
up.
I mean, because the house is already
Only
finished.
like 4 states up or 5 states up.
I can't drill through the walls.
Just open a window and run it up through the window of the basement to the top once a week.
I mean, if it's real bad, I might have to move my shit all the way down to the basement and drop it line through the basement or something.
Yeah.
And plus, how do you connect a fiber optic line to a computer? How does
There's
it
an
even work?
adapter,
There's
dude.
long ones.
It's
What?
an adapter. There's a fucking box. in it.
Hey,
It goes
don't you
to that
remember
box.
last year at the symposium? Chris bought like a 500-foot cable, and then he's like,
Yeah,
does
they
anyone
just
want
threw it
this?"
away.
Threw it
Yeah.
out when we left.
Like, I think it was still in the package too. It's
Hey,
like, pfft,
I did a lot better this
I want
AHR.
this.
I didn't spend as much money at all. So
Good.
it was the previous one that I spent a lot. Well, this one I
Cyber
did
is
spend
us.
a couple things, but
Cyber's asking where's your modem, yeah.
modem is see, it's almost directly underneath me in the living room.
fucking drill a hole through the floor.
Do it.
Just straight up into the ceiling. I mean, and plus, I don't know how thick the floor is. You know, it could be like this thick. It could be like this.
Look at
I
it,
have
the
no
water
idea.
line.
It's as thick. It's as thick as look at the basement. Those things in the basement. Oh, guys, Bill's house. They just freaking chopped these a couple holes in his beam or whatever in the basement, and they ran.
Oh, yeah, they're big holes. Yeah, like I don't know how it stands up.
You mean what the fuck?
Wow.
dude?
You can't do that. The main structural beams?
There's
Yeah.
a beam. There's a beam in the basement. There's like a hole this big in it.
Why?
Yeah, to the
Go
point
put some
where like the
fucking sheet metal
whole
on it.
it like I mean,
How does these
seriously,
final inspection gets
Put some
That's what I'm-
textures and some sheet metal.
that's what I'm
dude.
wondering, dude, because they ran the flex right through there. What is that, like 10-inch flex?
No,
Oh.
it's 6-inch, but it's
8-inch?
all right.
Oh,
okay, but 6-inch, like
I
Or
mean,
eight-
it takes up the whole rafter, like the whole rafter, top to bottom.
wow, that's a main structural choice.
Pretty sure it's got
I
something
think
important to
we
do.
gotta
can we
sue
see
that
this
guy.
picture? Where's it at?
We gotta sue him. I did take a picture of it.
Where's it at?
Where do you live, Bill? What's your name here? Don't tell me. You live
What's
in
the
Michigan.
name? Yeah, I live in Michigan.
Tell me the street you live on.
Do it in the private chat, dude. Don't say it. Do it in the
Yeah.
private chat, Bill.
I could-
Hold on.
I took a picture of it. Like, no way.
Drill down, yeah, right, Howard, and make sure nobody's standing underneath it. Oh shit! Sorry, wife. Like, or
You see it, Adam? In the private chat.
I'm just hold on. I'm trying to do a search on my phone. I don't know how to.
There. He gave you a bunch in the private
You don't
chat.
have albums and like
I do, but it says recent 1400. I don't think this is recent. I don't know how to do this.
put it in public
Well, it's in the
chat.
private chat when you can.
It's Michigan.
hey, Rick knows how to lay cable like the cable guy.
Yeah, he does. I thought he's good at that.
I mean, if he can run a fiber optic line from my
Chronic
basement.
Fruit's just trying to get rid of him, so Rick's going to turn into the cable guy at your house. Remember that old
Oh,
TV
yeah,
show?
yeah, that's true. I don't know.
I don't like all these albums that they give you. And
No, I don't think Rick would stick around here. My shower is way too hairy for him.
that was the best.
Oh, I got to hang out with Rick this last week, though. That was cool. Oh, man.
Guys, we have
Yeah, I didn't know he was going to the Tactical Awards this year. I know he couldn't make it to the symposium.
Yeah.
I really think we should have. Oh, you know what? I forgot the show is my.
We need to have our own award.
We should.
Yes, we will, Chris.
Yeah. Listen. No, I don't think it. Dude, listen, Joe.
I
For
got
the last 2 years, you've been talking about getting a passport or whatever, so you can come into town. And are you going to do this or what?
Yes. Yes.
You guys, I legitimately have a location 15 minutes from my house that would be absolutely perfect. We could
No,
totally do like a meetup, like legit.
Where are we going to get money to fund
We have
this?
to do it at
Everybody
AHR.
buys
Or,
a ticket, dude.
Guys,
we have to do it at AHR or another event.
But we have to
Well,
set
no,
everything
because
up
if we
before the
do it-
ticket sales.
If we do it regionally, like not at HR,
look
maybe-
at friendly.
maybe 20, 30 people would come.
Look at friendly.
Maybe
Look at friendly
something
neighborhood maintenance. I think it's a good idea.
That is a good
trophy,
idea.
right?
What do you say?
Overtime trophy is a microwave and a cat.
Yeah,
Yep.
100%. That's it.
Top
Or-
award, bud.
Or butt plugs.
There you go.
Yep.
Oh, that's the install. Nice. I'm gonna change my. Don't be alarmed. My 3 dots. Okay.
Why are you changing it? He's gone.
You become an Indian.
That's pretty nice. Is that duckboard?
No.
That's that $10 million air cleaner.
Ooh.
Yeah. No, look at that. I made.
How much is that air cleaner, dude?
My cost for this one, because it's the 3 tons, around $1,700 plus shipping and plus tax.
You know, I know this probably doesn't really matter,
Dude, this
but
ductwork, I made 100% of this by hand. All
that's beautiful. Good work.
fabricated,
That's awesome.
Pittsburgh seamed. All right,
Beautiful.
How long did that take?
To make the ductwork?
Yeah, for the whole thing.
See, this was a stupid job because it was like I had to demo it, and then they were going to demo the room, and then I got to combine the ducts and stub them down. They got to drywall the room, so it's like, yeah, there's a bunch of different steps in doing it.
John Harrell saying, "Why the painter's tape?" I guess
this lady is super sensitive to like dust and airborne particles and this and that, right? So that was the reason why she spent $1 bazillion on the filter. And I was trying to seal up all the leaks in the cabinet, so we're not. So all the air going through the in the supply duct is actually filtered, and we're not bypassing anything.
Yeah, it's beautiful. No, a beautiful job, dude. That's something, people gotta look up to, honestly, and not being shitty, dude. That's good stuff. Good work. And
is it just me or is Joe all fuzzy now?
I mean, but at least we can hear him, and he's saying good things.
Yeah,
so.
I had to change my batteries down. I don't have enough ports. I had to charge my laptop.
Your camera has a battery?
No, on my laptop, and I'm going through the internet connection. I was going hardwired. Now I'm going Wi-Fi. Anyway.
Anybody know what he's talking about?
He was on his phone, and he doesn't have his phone plugged in. That's the point. He uses his phone for a webcam.
Got it.
Am I fuzzy still?
I didn't know you could put a battery in a potato.
You can put a potato in a butthole.
All right, this show's getting a little off the rails.
Yeah.
All right, guys, great show. That's the award trophy. We're gonna sketch it on a microwave,
and then it's gotta go pop.
I didn't time it right.
Nope.
No,
you
didn't.
All right. Well, we'll have to discuss further plans for the HVAC Overtime Razzies.
That was a little wild.
Oh, yeah. A little loud, yeah.
But yeah,
it says Chris Refrigeration Guru on there. That's pretty awesome.
We are going to have awards, and we're not going to have a dress code. Nothing against people with dress codes or other award shows, but our awards are going to be funny. They're going to be deserving.
And if you don't watch our show and don't understand us, you're going to be offended.
They're going to be completely meaningless.
Completely.
I recommend the tickets to our show are going to be probably $199.95. Show up.
Yeah, because we need to have money to host this thing.
Yeah,
we have no money.
No,
I mean,
not a.
We don't have any sponsors.
At the back of the Arby's is not cheap, guys.
No.
Remember, we do it here. We have all the voodoo vegan places to eat. Everybody can be all foofy and.
Maybe we can get like an unsheltered homeless guy to host it for us for free.
We got plenty of those here, dude. We got a whole river bottom, man. They got like fucking canopies. This one guy made a 3-story building.
We need to rent a place. We can just get some tents and do it outside.
Did I ever show you guys that? We called him Stick Man. He fucking built a 2-story structure with bamboo, and he had a couch on the 2nd floor. This was a homeless dude. Like, we would drive by it. I have pictures in my phone. Dude had a fucking couch on the 2nd story of his bamboo hut, dude.
He was a homeless dude.
He lived there for a while.